Welcome to A Course in Miracles workbook for students, lesson 292. A happy outcome to all things is sure. God's promises make no exceptions. I'm going to pause here and say if we truly believe this, pain, worry, suffering would disappear in an instant as we accepted this truth. And He guarantees that only joy can be the final outcome found for everything. Yet, it is up to us when this is reached, how long we let an alien will appear to be opposing His. And while we think this will is real, we will not find the end He has appointed as the outcome of all problems we perceive, all trials we see, and every situation that we meet. Yet is the ending certain. For God's will is done in earth and heaven. I'm going to pause here and say, what humility. If you believe in any kind of all-knowing, omnipotent, wise, loving God, to even the slightest degree, then doesn't this make a lot of sense? For God's will is done in earth and heaven. We will seek and we will find according to His will, which guarantees that our will is done. I was having this conversation earlier today with a loved one of seek and you shall find applies to everything. If you are seeking to disprove something, if you are seeking to see something negative in a friend or a neighbor, if you are seeking for evidence of their guilt, you will certainly find it. Seek and you shall find doesn't just apply to happy, positive things. It applies to everything. And we're being asked to seek and find according to His will, not our egos. We will seek and we will find according to His will, which guarantees that our will, our true will, is done. We thank you, Father, for your guarantee of only happy outcomes in the end. Help us not interfere and so delay the happy endings you have promised us for every problem that we can perceive, for every trial we think we still must meet. When we're fighting reality and we're saying this is wrong, and when we make life our enemy, this shouldn't have happened, that person should have done this shouldn't exist. We're asking to be miserable, and we're putting ourselves above God. Who am I to judge what is? What is a consequence of everything that came before it. It's not my place to condemn someone as wholly bad and that they shouldn't exist. Thank goodness that I was not assigned to be a judge, to be a jailer, to condemn or attack. Thank goodness that is not my job, because that would be such a miserable job. And those that let their ego tempt them into taking on that role are going to experience a lot of pain and unnecessary suffering, because that is not God's will. And it is God's will that leads us to peace and stillness and happiness, not ego, not fear. Fear can only lead you to more fear. Doubt can only lead you to more doubts. Worry can only lead you to more worries. A happy outcome to all things is sure. Let that be your mantra today, no matter what evidence the external appearances are offering you. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being so beautiful and brave and a way shower, a light in the dark, a beacon of hope in a world that can seem very dark. There's a Rumi quote that says, if you seem to be surrounded by darkness, look closer. You might be the light. If you are surrounded by darkness, my love, be the light that you naturally, authentically already are. You came here to shine. and I will see you tomorrow for lesson 293.